Should we do like this?
Like that, it's fine. Okay, you can now stand there outside for me. It's recording, eh? Huh? Oh, okay. Well, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new to this channel, please do subscribe and share the videos and like and comment. And yeah, every week I upload new videos and on different topics. If you can scroll down, maybe up, you'll find a lot of videos that I have uploaded. There are about more than 70 videos on different topics on math and a bit of physics. Now for today, I want us to look at one expression on algebra that we need to write in this form. This form, some they call it the vertex form. And we call it vertex form. And if you've done a bit of analytic geometry, you will understand what is a vertex form. Now what you're going to do, we rewrite that expression first of all. And then after that, what you now do, you put brackets here. When you are done with that, then what you now have to do is you now recall the general quadratic expression, which is ax squared plus bx plus c. And then our b value is always the number that follows x, not x squared but only x. So in this case, our b value here is now equal to -5. So we now take b is equals to -5, and the rule says we divide that by 2. After dividing by 2, if this 5 was an even number, then we're going to divide by 2, and then we get whatever number that we get, and then we raise it to the power 2. But in this case, if we divide this 2, we're going to get a fraction, a decimal fraction. Then we don't need to write with decimal fractions. You square that, and after that you then open these two brackets again. Then we have x squared minus 5x, and then we have positive 6. Now I'm leaving space here. Inside the bracket here, we are going to add, we are adding this, which is -5/2, and then we square it the way it is. While outside the bracket, we now subtract. Inside we add, outside we subtract. We take -5/2, and then we square it. And then after that, what we can now do, we now have to factorize this part. Now to factorize that, what you're now going to focus on, we only take x and then 5/2. Now I'm going to write this side, we have x, and then this 5/2, there's a negative in front of it. So I take that -5/2, and then I put brackets here, and then I square it. After squaring that, what I get is that I now take this negative here. I write it here, and then this I can now write -5 to the power 2 gives me positive 25 over 2 raised to the power 2 gives me positive 4, and then I have positive 6 here. Now I have to simplify that part. Now depending on how good you are with math, if you are not very good, then you can use this, you can use a calculator to work out that. But if you are very good with fractions, you can still work it out even if you don't have a calculator. Now this side, what you can notice already, we already have it in this form. We have x and then plus p. In our case there it's -5/2. That is our p value, and then raise the power 2. Now we need to work out the last part, which we now need to simplify this side. So we rewrite this part the way it is, and then the other side, what we can now do, I can write it as 25/4 plus 6/1. I make it as a fraction also by dividing by 1. Now after doing that, what I now have to do, I rewrite this side over 2. Now what I can do here is that I multiply top and bottom by 4. And then what I'm going to get here is that this side I still have 25 over 4. Here you can actually multiply top and bottom by 1, which will not change anything. And then I have plus 6 multiplied by that gives me 24 over 4. Now what I can see here is that the denominators are the same. Therefore I can only add the numerators. And then now I can write x minus 5 over 2. And then I square this minus 25 plus 24 over 4. They have the same denominator, just need to add the numerators only. And then this will now give me 25 plus 24, and then we have a negative here. That is like 25 minus 24. It gives me 1 because of 25 is bigger, and it carries as negative sign. Therefore, I get negative 1 over 4. Now, this is how you work it out. But from here, I said you may want to use a calculator here. If you are not very good with fractions, you just take a calculator and then you press negative 25 over 4 plus 6. Some calculators will give you a fraction like this, negative 1 over 4. Some calculators may not give you a fraction like this, maybe it will give you a decimal number. But whatever number that it gives you, that is the correct number. And this is now in the form, what other people call the vertex form. And maybe next time in the video, what I'm going to do now, from here, we are now going to draw, to sketch a graph about or on this quadratic expression. And the graph should look, because this one is a parabola, it will have to look as a parabola. So in the next video, please, you can check it out. I'm going to sketch a parabola on that one.